panel. This is my front panel. This is my front panel. You measure 8 inch downwards. 8 inches downwards. As you measure the 8 inch, you make a straight line with your ruler. Just place your ruler. I've already done mine, that's why I'm just and you now cut it off. Now cut it off. Remember, I make this mark on the wrong side of the fabric. Now this is the right side of the upper this. Then you take your pocket. Remember, these are pockets for front pocket, our panel for the front pocket. Then you first of all you place it, the lining is a lining for the front pocket. You place it right side facing right side. Then you now go and run a stitch here. Then after running the stitch, you flip it to the right side like so. Turn it to the right side while this part will be stitched. Then the next thing, you now pick your zipper. You place your zipper, maybe just take away like ½ inch or 1 inch. You place it this way. And stitch like this. So I will turn it like this. I'll go do all this one and I'll come and show us the outcome. Then for the front, I've stitched the front pocket to the, I first of all use the lining front right side facing right side. I stitched and I turn it inside out. Then the next thing I did was to place the zipper on it and attached. So after that, I'll go top stitch this one to hold it in place. I'll top stitch it to hold it in place. Then after top stitching, then I'll place, this is the down part of the front panel. This is the down part of the front panel. What I'll do is I'll place this pocket. This is the right side of the down part of the front panel. I'll place the right side facing up. Then I will now place the pocket right side also facing up this way from the zip like so. Then I will take the upper part. Remember the upper part of this. I'll face it down the right side. I'll face the right side down to face the right side of this pocket, and I'll place it like so. On the zip cloth, and I'll stitch down. After stitching, I'll attach my zip head to the zip cloth and I'll come back. I'll also top stitch. Then I'll come back and show us the outcome of all front panel. I've also finished fixing my pockets. This is it. and this is my zip head pocket. Then what I did next was to add my foam and my lining and now stitch it round. That is what I did next. So the next thing I'm going to do is to take my tape and tape this front panel. I'm going to tape it round like so. I'll tape it round just the way I did to this back panel. So I'll tape it round. Then after that, I will take my zip cloth. Remember our zip cloth. Then I'll pick my back panel first. Remember that this, from this point, is our 5-inch for our side. So I will take my zip from there. I'll attach my zip from there. But before I do that, I'll be keeping an allowance of about 2 inches or 2.5 inches. Then 2.5 inches. Then from this 2.5 inches, I'll now take my zip, place it like so under the backpack from this side, from the side of the 5-inch. Then I'll stitch my zip cloth round, 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 all the way down to this 5-inch mark, to the other side of the 5-inch mark. Remember, this is where we started. I'll stop here, but I'll also, before I cut off the remaining zip, I'll also keep like 2.5 inches allowance. Then after doing that, I will now open up. The zip is in 2 parts. I will now open up the first one part of it, the part that is not stitched to the back panel. See that this part will be stitched to the back panel. This part will be stitched. Then I'll now draw out this part that is not stitched and take it to my front panel. Then from this down part of my front panel, I will now use that half part to stitch on this part. From this part, I will not stitch this side. I'll stitch it round to this part. I'll stop. But before you do that, after stitching the zip, attaching the zip to the back panel, what you will do is after attaching it, you remove the second part of the zip. Then you measure it first on the front panel. If possible, use your pins to stitch it, to attach it, to see if it perfectly fits before you now start stitching, because the front panel normally consumes more zip cloth than the back panel. Then after doing all that, I start taping this front panel, then attaching the zipper to the back panel and the front panel. I will now come and show you the outcome. Okay, I finished attaching my zipper to the back panel, as you can see, leaving the allowance I told us to leave. Attach the zipper to the back panel. Then I also attach the zipper to the front panel. After taping my front panel, I attach the zipper same way to the front panel. Now it's time to fix our zip head. So you take, this is how the bag supposed to stand. So I take this head and I take this part for it to start at the exact 5 inch. So try to fix the head. In order not to take our time, this is how you fix the head. So I'll go fix the head and I'll get back to us. Okay, I'm done fixing the zip head to the front panel and the back panel, and I zip it from this point down. So this is how our flexweave backpack looks like. So now what is remaining here now is to close this part that is open. So what we are going to do is to take this to your sewing machine and stitch across this point. Stitch across this point and this point, so the zip will not pull out. After stitching across it, we trim off the excess zip cloth. Then after doing that, we now open up the bag. Open it up. I'm just being careful because I've not. Then after opening up the bag, this is how it will look. This is what it will look like after you close this and close that one and open everything about the bag. So what you will do now, to open it up like this, like so. Open it up to the end. Make sure it's to the end. Then you now take it to our sewing machine. After you've done all that, take it to your sewing machine and you stitch from this point down to this point. You stitch from this point, that is the front panel will be underneath it. You stitch from this point down, straight down. After you've done that, you are through with your backpack. So let me go and do that and come and show us the final look of the backpack. Okay, I finished closing up the down part. Finish closing it up, and this is how it looks like. So we are done with our flex weave backpack. This is how it looks like inside. Isn't it lovely? So lovely. So this is the making of our flex weave backpack. But before I end up, I have to fold. Remember our zip, our belt at the handle. I have to attach it to the adjuster and fold the edge and stitch. I did the same thing on both sides, so you can adjust anyhow you want to adjust. If you want it long, adjust. Want it short, you adjust. So if you like this video, if it has been impactful to you, give this video a thumbs up, and please do well to subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you in our next video. Thanks for watching. Be blessed.